Welcome back, everybody. We are on part 2 of episode 197. It's time for the hot tags of the week. And since we're doing this a little bit early, and we had SummerSlam, and we had TakeOver, and crazy episode of Monday Night Raw, a lot of things were just basically built around that. So we covered most of that when it comes to the SummerSlam review. Didn't do a TakeOver one, but I guess we all pretty much just kind of covered what we would say about TakeOver when it comes to the SummerSlam one. So really, not a lot happening this week for us to put out in the hot tags, but here's a couple things out there. First and foremost, we just had about 2 hours ago or so the finale for WWE Tough Enough. Winners of those two contracts are Sara Lee and Josh Bredl. I think that's how you pronounce it. What do you guys think about this? I know Tough Enough, it's not really something that everybody's been watching too much, but from what you do know, what do you think?
I don't know anything, so don't include me.
Well, good thing you talked over my opinion. That actually was something about it.
Talk at the same time, jackass.
I'm very happy Cake won.
Well, you gotta love Cake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cake's tasty and she's adorable.
Listen, I have kept only a cursory amount of attention onto this, and I knew who was winning weeks ago. So, what's the news here? And more importantly, where are these guys going to go? What are they going to do? When that happens, then I'll care. For now, this is just another dumb show they had on the side that I honestly didn't watch a full episode of. I'm not tempted to go back and rewatch any of it. And I have a feeling in the long term, this guy's going to end up being just another Silent Rage.
I thought it was interesting on Tough Enough. They didn't really get too much into it, but on Tough Talk, which has been the better show by far, Triple H was talking about the different things and stuff, and everybody, except for Triple H to an extent, was like, yeah, Amanda should have won, not Sara. Josh is great. We love Josh. And ZZ's, this funny little fat ass. But Sara Lee, you shouldn't have won. Amanda, you should have won, and stuff like that. So they pretty much telegraphed the idea that they're going to give Amanda a contract, that they're not really interested in ZZ, and that with Josh and Sara, that they're just kind of well, congrats, Josh, you'll make it. Sara, I don't know. But you look at all the other people that they've had. Patrick had that whole situation go down. A lot of people were supportive of Mata. I'm curious to see how many people start getting contracts right after this that didn't win.
Developmental contracts.
Yeah,
so
not main roster things.
Because I got to feel like whoever wins this, they're going to try to push into the main roster as quickly as possible, as opposed to those people where they can, let them train for 2-3 years.
They actually even said tonight that that's not the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sara made a joke, and they said, where do you think you're going to be in a year? And she's like, oh, I'll be a WWE diva. And Paige started laughing, and she was like, oh, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. And Triple H even, and Jericho, whatever, they were like, yeah, you're not going to be on the main roster in a year. This is, in a year, we're hoping that you can be, still kind of working toward it and stuff. Lita, I think it was saying, yeah, if you can make it a year, then you'll be working towards being a diva. So, they didn't really play the same thing to Josh, but I think it's working under the understanding that they're getting a contract for the Performance Center.
Good. And the way they're wording it, it also sounds like they might not even be there for the whole year if they can't keep up.
Yep.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're giving them this contract. They gave them that, that's as prize winning for that whole thing and stuff like that. But if they find out that these people are just not going to put in the time and effort, I'm sure they're not going to waste their time and effort on them. Josh, I think he's got a shot.
These guys are being gifted an opportunity. They're not entitled to anything, so this is the only way to go about doing it.
Drew, what do you think about this situation? Have you followed anything about the finale or Tough Enough in general?
Not really. The one thing I did pay attention to was when everyone was freaking out that Baron guy didn't win. So I think it'll be interesting if these people that you say, if I'll see him in any capacity in a year, whether a year from now, whether that be on the NXT circuit or if they miraculously make it to the main roster in a year, which won't happen, but you never know. So I'm not gonna have high hopes with these people because a lot of people from Tough Enough don't make it far, but you never know. There's always been cases where they do, and we've gone over and said who multiple times, so it's not known that who hasn't. So get back to me in a year, and maybe I'll discuss this.
Another thing to talk about, some alternative names to Team PCB have come out. Not really great, but at least one of them's better, I think. The Misfits and Team Tap. I would have been on board with Misfits.
I'm on board with Misfits.
Why the fuck are they still in a team? Like, some revolution, it's just going to be three-sided warfare for the entire time. One of these girls is going to start wrestling each other. Thought this was a division of a title. I'm fucking over this team shit. Burn it.
Well, they gotta be a team to support each other against all these horrible arena people that don't support them, right?
Ugh. Fuck me. Like, I've lost a lot of respect for Paige over the more I know about her, the less I want to know about her. Her personality is about as obnoxious as her fucking voices.
Drew, Paige, any thoughts on this team alternative name thing?
Well, see, they've changed their names like 6 times now, so I've kind of stopped keeping track. I'm on the same page as, no pun intended, same page as Wago is. I've stopped caring about this revolution like 4 weeks ago when it was pointless then. So, the sooner they get rid of these people as teammates, the better. So, fuck, I don't care about this. Get back to me in a year.
Names are good. I mean, Team Tap, I like how that's a callback to their submission sorority name. And Misfits is very fitting, but yeah, the more important question is, why are these guys still a team at all? They shouldn't have a need for a name anymore. There should have been a storyline to go through SummerSlam. They won. Let's move on and go back to it being a division where things happen. And, like, you can still be friends. They can still pick up alliances and back each other up once in a while. They don't have to all turn on each other and have it go down like that. But are we going to continue this late 90s style gang warfare mentality? Like, is one of them going to turn into Los Boricuas?
I'm pretty sure that's too bad.
It's over.
Now, what if they would have gone with Team FAP instead of Team TAP? That would have applied, right?
In some way, capacity, possibly. We know in Sean's world, the fappening is real, so he probably would love that name.
But if they would have gone with Team FAP, should have definitely put Sasha Banks on there instead of Charlotte.
Yeah. Unless she's the one doing the fapping.
Quick plug for the tournament. If you guys are listening to this before Thursday, we're on the finals. We got a little bit of time.
Woo!
And when we're on the subject of fapping and et cetera, that whole Ashley Madison thing that's been going down recently. Apparently there were 25 WWE accounts. You guys think might have been associated with that?
I heard it was all office people. So
if that's the case, that sucks. That's boring.
Yeah,
that's what I heard about it. So
the wrestlers will just go on Tinder. Matter of fact, a lot of them are on Tinder. I've seen Ryback on Tinder.
Did you swipe right?
No, you swiped left with the big guy.
You just played in the fifth.
I just killed that story, didn't I?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, it's been tough to get these hot tags out, I guess. No speculation on if there is anybody that we would actually know from this thing?
In some weird way, I wouldn't be surprised if someone were to be on it, but I doubt it'll be a big name of any sort. So if anyone was, it'd be some lower-ranked guy, like maybe Bo Dallas or something like that.
I'd be more interested to see if any of their names come up with their whole bust on this Rent Boy thing.
What?
Rent Boy? Wago knows about this.
We on about Drew again?
Yeah, Rent Boy?
Yeah,
remember that website that got busted for, like, renting sex with dudes?
Oh yeah, that was a whole big fucking scandal today.
What is this?
Alright, so this website called rentboy.com, and apparently it was an escort service, and apparently it was just a front for a prostitution ring with a bunch of men.
Huh. So is this like tied to the Ashley Madison thing? Like, are they like owned by the same company?
I think they might have been hacked by the same people or
Huh.
something. I don't really know what the whole story is. I haven't kept up on it. Doesn't affect me. Such an American point of view about it.
It's a nice of you to have.
All right, well, I guess that's the hot tags. I apologize, everybody. We're gonna take a break because shit, I feel like I need it. And afterward, we're gonna come back with our special feature, Heel or Face Undertaker, Part 4. So click on Part 3, check out that Rest Hold. Part 4 is coming up after that. Fantasy League coming up after that. And then we'll say goodbye. So do that.